In many companies, hiring feels chaotic. A team suddenly needs more people. Managers start rushing to post job openings. Recruiters scramble to find candidates. And suddenly, the entire company is trying to hire as fast as possible. But this approach often creates problems. Bad hires, burned out teams, and months of delayed projects. What if hiring didn't feel like an emergency? What if companies could turn hiring into a predictable system instead of reactive scramble? In this video, we will explore the three important ideas. What is a predictable hiring pipeline, how actually it looks, and why most companies hire reactively instead of strategically. And the three hiring metrics every growing company should keep track. Because companies that master hiring system don't just grow fast, they grow more sustainably. A predictable hiring pipeline means that a company always knows where its future hires are likely to come from. Instead of starting from zero every time a role opens, the company already has a structured flow of potential candidates. Think of it like a sales pipeline. Sales teams don't wait until the end of the quarter to start finding customers. They continuously nurture leads so that opportunities are always moving through the pipeline. The same concept applies to hiring. A predictable hiring pipeline usually has several stages. First is the talent discovery. This stage involves identifying the potential candidates even before the roles open. Companies might discover talent through professional networks, industry communities, online platforms, employee referrals. At this stage, the goal is simply to build a relationship with the talented people. Second is the talent engagement. Companies keep potential candidates engaged by sharing insights about the company, its work culture, and future opportunities. This helps candidates become familiar with the organization before a job becomes available. Third is the evaluation and hiring. When a position opens, the company already has a list of potential candidates who are familiar with the organization and are interested in the opportunity. This dramatically reduces the time required to hire. It means hiring is no longer a desperate search. Instead, it becomes a continuous process of building relationships with talent. Next, we'll move on to the second part. Why most companies hire reactively instead of strategically? So despite the benefits of hiring pipeline, many companies still hire reactively. Why does this happen? The first reason is short-term thinking. Most organizations focus heavily on immediate priorities like product development, sale targets, or operational challenges. Hiring only becomes difficult when there's an urgency. When a team suddenly lacks the people needed to complete the important work. At that moment, the company starts recruiting. But by then, the process is already late. Second reason is the lack of ownership. In some companies, hiring is treated as a task rather than a strategic responsibility. Managers assume recruiters will handle everything. Recruiters assume hiring managers will define what they need. And without clear ownership, the hiring process becomes fragmented and reactive. The third reason is underestimating hiring completely. Many organizations assume hiring will happen quickly once they post a job. But in reality, this process often takes much than expected. Candidates need time to apply, interviews must be scheduled, decisions require alignment among multiple stakeholders, and when the companies underestimate this timeline, they end up rushing the process later. Reactive hiring may solve the short-term problems, leads to long-term inefficiencies. Strategic hiring, on the other hand, requires planning. Talent needs months in advance. Strategic hiring, on the other hand, requires planning. Talent needs months in advance. This takes us to the third part of our video. If companies want to turn hiring into a predictable system, they need data. So now, what do I mean by data? Tracking a few key hiring metrics can reveal whether the hiring process is efficient or problematic. So let's look at the three important metrics. First is time to hire. The metric measures the number of days between when a role opens and when a candidate accepts the offer. A long-term hiring timeline can indicate several issues. Too many interview stages, slow internal decision-making, or a lack of qualified candidates in the pipeline. Reducing the time to hire help companies move faster and secure candidates before competitors do. Second one is the acceptance rate. The metric measures how many candidates accept the job offers compared to how many offers are made. If the candidates decline offer, it may indicate problems such as uncompetitive compensation, unclear job expectations. Okay, so next is the offer letter acceptance. This metric shows how many candidates accept the job offer compared to how many offers that are made. If a candidate declines offers, it may indicate problems such as uncompetitive compensation, unclear job expectations, or poor candidate experience through interviews. A healthy offer acceptance rate suggests that the candidates are excited about joining the company. This metric evaluates how well new employees perform after joining the company. Companies can measure quality of hire through indicators such as performance reviews, productivity levels, employee retention. If new hires consistently perform well and stay with the company, the hiring process is likely effective. But if many hires struggle or leave quickly, it may indicate that the weakness is in the evaluation process. So tracking these can actually help companies to move from guessing hiring to success and measuring it objectively. So if you found this video helpful, subscribe for more insights about hiring systems, startup growth and leadership strategy, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think hiring in most companies is strategic or reactive? I would like to listen to your perspective. Your experience might help others understand how hiring really works inside a growing organization. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned and keep watching.